أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي واجعل لي وزيرا من أهلي هارون أخي اشدد به أزري ويشرك في أمري كي نسبحك كثيرا ونذكرك كثيرا إنك كنت بنا بصيرا لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما وارنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه وارنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه. وصلى اللهم على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأتباعه وسلم ربنا اغفر لنا وارحمنا وأنت خير الراحمين آمين والحمد لله رب العالمين. Welcome everyone. Inshallah we are going to study today a verse from the 31st section of the Qur'an and verse number 37, as we have been studying ethical lessons from the Qur'an. So this verse is also very precious as far as what the Qur'an teaches us, how we should behave towards other people, especially those people who oppose us or does something wrong. They do something wrong to us, don't behave kindly. Anyways, let's start the ayah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم ولا تستوي الحسنة ولا السيئة ادفع بالتي هي أحسن فإذا الذي بينك وبينه عداوة كأنه ولي حميم وما يلقاها إلا الذين صبروا وما يلقاها إلا ذو حظ عظيم. There are quite a number of principles here. The first principle, the foundations, is established in the first phrase. Good and evil cannot be equal. Everybody knows it. No one says good and evil are the same. It's obvious. Cannot be equal. Okay, if so, respond to evil with what is best. Respond to evil with what is best. That's one principle. Then your enemy will become as close as an old and valued friend. Really? Let's see. So, well, okay. But only those who are steadfast in patience, it means sabr, who are patient, only those who are blessed with great righteousness, يلقاها إلا ذو حظ عظيم. حظ عظيم. Now, I don't know really how it should be translated, but the person translated in this way, great righteousness. حظ. So we'll attain such goodness. So what we are learning from here, the fundamental principles are known by everyone. Good and evil cannot be equal, of course cannot be. But the most problematic side of it for us to understand and especially to practice. So just to go into this hard method that we cannot really practice in our life easily. And my question is that, is there any civilization in the world which promotes this principle? It means respond to evil with what is best. Even the Muslims are not practicing it as far as we see globally. Responding evil to evil with what is best. Hard, is it? So, but we should, we may see, excuse me, we may see some, in our civilization, especially be patient. Try to be patient is different from responding to evil with what is best. So make this difference clear. How about now, excuse me. How about now? Do you see anyone who is really advising this in the world? If someone does something to you, something bad behavior, you may try, although it is hard, but somehow we may try to be patient with the people at the most. But what is strange and hard to understand, almost impossible for us now, because we haven't been trained in this way, not only being patient, no, responding back to evil. السيئة, what is best? Come on, isn't that too much? What does it mean? But the news is so sweet. So, your enemy, if you do this, God is promising us that if we do this, our enemy will become a very close, how do they say, heart friend or heart bosom friend?
Soulmate friend? Yeah, bosom friend.
Yeah. Is it possible to really?
It's an old phrase.
Which one?
Bosom friends. That's what
Bosom friend, old phrase. New one is
I guess soulmate of some sort.
very close friend. Okay, very close friend. Is it possible really? Do you think? So my second question supports this. Have you ever tried responding to a person's bad behavior with a better way? What was the result? Have you ever tried? You did. Can you give us an example? What happened? I mean, you don't have to give it a name or something. I did. I tried. Which kind of bad behavior he
Yeah, just the person thought they knew about the situation that was happening. There was like a situation that occurred, and they thought they understood what happened, and they thought that I was a part of it. But I had to explain to them that I actually wasn't there, and I didn't have anything to do with it. And they were very sure that I was, but I knew my innocence, but I had to be patient and because I understood why they thought that. So I understood the perspective, so I had to kind of just I couldn't react emotionally to the situation because it would have made it worse. So I had to respond to it a little better. It was difficult.
That is very common.
Yeah.
If somebody behaves to me, and then if I respond to him with emotions, uncontrolled emotions, especially, definitely the case will be the worse. Okay. Well, how do you explain the wars in the world today? Is there anyone who says, okay, you are behaving bad, but I will respond back with a better way? Anyone? No, it is what this Qur'an is introducing us is a very, very high level of humanity. I mean, we never reached it. Even you said I didn't, it was a good example, thank you. I didn't respond back emotionally and just kept patient. That's what I put in bracket. Being patient is excellent, but the Quran goes beyond it. Not only being patient, responding back for example, these people, in your example, somehow you did something wrong to them, but you are sure that you didn't. Oh, okay, let me offer you a dinner. So I love you. Come, let's have it. I would like to give you it. And maybe in the course of time you will understand that it wasn't me, or I didn't behave in this way, whatever it is. The situation is not only, of course, they may solve the problem at the end, but they will become your best friend, your beloved friend, if respond back with a better way. That is not that it is not possible to practice. It is possible, but we have never been educated in this way. We have never been taught in this way. That is why it is strange. Isn't that too much? Have you ever tried to behave towards your enemy and in a better way, so that you will see what God promises us here? Yeah.
I've never done it, but as an example, similar to him, I remember I was in class one time, and we had just finished our midterm exams, and one of my classmates was very angry at the professor for the way the midterm exam turned out. And so in a way, she yelled at the professor, and the professor paused and then hugged the student.
Wow.
And the student began to cry. And then they talked about it. So I think that is what's coming to me as you're telling me.
Excellent example. Excellent example. Yeah. You see, God's promise is true. But I don't know. I don't think I will be able to do that. I must admit. But we have to be educated in this way. Unfortunately, we understand the life of the Prophet in a wrong way because of this presentation through Sirah books. Sirah books presents the Prophet ﷺ only the men of war, especially in Medina. I was in a library somewhere else, but in the Western world. And I found a very early famous Orientalist wrote a book. But it was it's a very famous Oriental library in the UK. It was stone pressed, not this technology. Not forget about electronic technology. No, the stone press. The paper was really obvious. Okay, fine. About Muhammad alayhi salatu wassalam. Islam. And I opened the book. I wondered because the title was attractive. I don't remember now. The first page was a beautiful picture, but with very handsome man, with a black beard and the typical Arab eyes and black eyes, hair. But the picture was only portrait here. But how the picture was, let me show you. Like this, like this, What does it mean?
Sword.
Ready to take the sword. That's it. Islam finished. Very satanic, but very smart in the negative way. This presentation, of course, this person, we understand, didn't have a good intention. But unfortunately, we understand, Muslims understand, almost close to it. Something changed from the way the Qur'an teaches, unfortunately. Emotional reactions, shouting, rather than responding kindly, plus generously. I mean, beyond imagination, so beautiful principle. Inshallah, we can really get to know. Now, sorry, didn't get the image. What pic was shown? Don't you see my portrait?
No, I only see text. Where is the portrait?
Oh, I am posing it myself. The book is, I don't know, 17th century, something, 18th century, somewhere there. Stone press. But the picture was, do you see me? I don't see myself.
I see you, yes.
Let me do it. Look, picture was a very handsome man, not like me at all. So, like this.
Warrior position?
Hand. Watch out, like this. What does it mean?
Yeah, maybe warrior position.
Sorry?
Warrior position.
That's ready to take the sword. That was very vicious. But unfortunately, we are also, we know jihad. We forgot about tabligh, and we became a men of jihad. And our culture is mixed with this, unfortunately, understanding. But it doesn't deny the war conditions. That is different. This is not for war conditions. There is another verse, we will come there, about war, using the word jihad, inshallah. So, number 3, do you think bad behavior should be forgiven and not punished? So how are we going to apply it? There was some other comments. Sorry. Mavis, it was in an Orientalist book that he read in, yeah, all right, Muawiyah. It showed the Prophet, thank you, Muawiyah, posture showing that he was about to draw sword. Thank you. Not good. Thank you very much, Muawiyah, making the case clear. All right. The question, do you think bad behavior should not be forgiven and not punished? No, should be forgiven and not punished? What do you think? If someone takes an behaves towards you somehow nastily, and how are we going to draw the limits? There is a note in bracket. Personal rights and the rights of the public are different. Now, in Islamic code, penal code, it looks very severe, as if Islam is a very severe religion. We have to pay attention that all these rules about penal codes are related to public rights, not personal rights. Even for personal rights, we see that the Qur'an always advises forgiveness and patience. But when it comes to public life, Islam is really strict. One verse which amazes me, the wisdom. It's a very, very famous verse. Everybody knows it. Fil qisasu hayat. Which means in retaliation, there is life. And mostly it is understood in this way. If someone kills somebody with no right, no excuse, this person must be killed. Isn't that severe? Now everybody says death penalty must be suspended because look at the reason now. Human reason and God's wisdom is completely different. Human reason says if killing somebody is wrong, and coming back and killing this person doing the same mistake, same wrong thing. Yeah? That's human reason. That is why people keep saying that death penalty must be abolished. It looks reasonable, isn't it? Quran says no. It's wrong and it is not right. It is wrong and it's not justice. Because if you apply retaliation, you will have life. But retaliation kills the person. There is life in qisas, retaliation. Which is strange, isn't it? How can get life by killing the person?
I think you set an example to the public that if you do this, you will have this consequence. And then when it's a very public punishment, everybody's aware of the consequences. You're less likely to do it.
Now, qisas, which is retaliation. Now, I am a bad guy. I want to kill someone because I am angry. I am disappointed with my life, for example. And for making an excuse, and I am about to kill the person. But I am in a Muslim country. There is no such thing, but administration is really Islamic, and the people of this country are really believing in God. They submit themselves to God. Excellent. And I know that the law is, if I kill this man, I will be killed. Now, I will think now, by killing this man, I am killing myself. Right? Sure. Not that I will go to prison and health care is food and cleaning, everything is free. No, it's sick. I can manage. No, I am going to kill myself by killing an innocent man. Do you get the point? What am I doing? I will stop because no one wants to kill himself. You see, what the Quran says, in qisas, there is life. Look, if there was no the qisas practice, retaliation practice, I could kill the person, one person died, and I will be living in prison, somehow taken care of by the government. My life is guaranteed. But I have lost my freedom. Enough. Some people say, okay, I can manage it. I am fed up with this life anyway, for some reason. So one person died, lost life. Yeah, because of not practicing the retaliation. But when you introduce the retaliation, it is so powerful that I am going to be killed definitely. The Prophet's practice of retaliation was really relentless. Never. Once he said, even if my daughter, the beloved daughter, Fatima, steals, I will cut her hand. So retaliation is so severe. It means there is no tolerance at all. What happened? I'm going to kill a man. I thought I'm going to kill myself. Definitely, there is no way that I can hire a lawyer. No. This system never gives way at all. Applies it. I will stop. What happened? One person was going to die. Now he is alive, I am alive. Life, you see? Two, double price. Get the point? Human mind cannot think this. Human mind think that if the killing was wrong, why should I do the same mistake, make the same mistake and kill another person? Two, in any civilization which is very famous, I mean, at night in New York, famous, Chicago is famous about this. People get angry. Why? For a minor thing, it's not really retaliation applied. So you killed somebody because there is a very, very good reason. Attacked you in your house, tried to kill you while you are defending yourself, you killed them. That's justified. But because somebody looked at you and said that your nose doesn't look bad, what do you mean? And then gone. You see? But what they do, a few years later, they get out of the prison. And it is very cheap. Price is very cheap. So they don't. It doesn't really prevent people from disturbing the public sphere, public life, peace in the public life. But we should understand that this is for public life. But when it comes to personal matter, then God says, if somebody kills somebody, now the closest relative can forgive him or not apply the retaliation, but get the blood money. It's very high, very high. Well, it is up to him. But still the law is in practice as far as the social life is concerned. It is excellent. Only a divine mind can arrange this kind of rulings. So in personal matters, that the killing was the extreme example. In personal matters, we should try. I must be honest, really, I don't think about this verse. When something goes wrong, I am going to take my revenge. But we have to advise each other, as your professor's example, excellent example. If someone behaves to you you respond back in the best way. So in a good way. So you will see that the society will become the society of friends. That is God's suggestion to us. Oh, those people who say Sharia, so it is so severe, they should see all this. The verses we have been studying is peerless in the world. Now, shall we move on to another verse, or would you like to say something? All right. Hope. Now, in contrast, let's understand this. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. فَلَا تُطِعِ الْكَافِرِينَ بِجَاهِدْهُمْ جِهَادْ بِهِ جِهَادًا كَبِيرًا. So, obey not, don't obey the disbelievers, kafirin, but strive against them by means of it. Bihi, vejahidhum bihi. With a great striving, really. Let's make the word, this is very famous in English also. So, don't obey disbelievers, but make jihad against them by means of it. With a great striving, with a great jihad, jihad and kabira. What does it mean? Look at the previous verse, look at this one. Now, we should understand that in the Qur'an, the word jihad is used according to the context. In some context, it may be equal to killing, qital. No, it may be just as there is a narration from the Prophet, but some people dispute about it, doesn't matter, but the meaning is correct. Making jihad with our or against our devilish impulses inside. But here is kafirin. But jihad, the killing, qital versus us, verses are related to as they draw you from your home, you draw back. It means somebody will attack you and you will physically. If someone comes and attacks you personally, and you have to defend yourself, correct? And the way he attacks you, you respond back to him. Physically, this is physical. This is called qital. Even sometimes the word jihad is used in this context, but it is specifically somehow explained or displayed in the verse that it is a physical attack. If it is a physical attack, and if it is an attack not only to your personal matter or to your personality, but to the community, that is called qital, jihad in this context. But this verse is, don't obey disbelievers. Look, don't obey disbelievers. Not necessarily that definitely a disbeliever is suggesting something to me, don't accept it. It means any wrong idea presented to us, God says, don't obey. Don't accept it. and take a defensive position, how strive against them, kafir, it means the person who comes to us with an idea, denying idea, denying the truth, right? And you have to say, no. I mean, not necessarily physically attack him. You have to, don't accept it. La tuti' means don't obey. Don't follow the idea. But strive against this person's suggestion by means of it. This is the problem. What does it mean? It. By means of what?
By doing what's best. By doing what's best, by responding with what's better. I would say if it ties to the ayah before it, by being a better example of what the believer is versus what the disbeliever is. That's how I see it.
So if someone says, brother, I'm going to teach your child that the nature works by itself. Qur'an says, don't obey him. Don't let your child be educated by them. But strive against them, jihad. Make jihad against them by means of
A better example.
now the right answer. Now, this is the wrong suggestion. You have to respond back with the right one by means of it. But it means if you don't accept the wrong one, it means you have the right one. So you have to use your right understanding and respond back to him. Don't obey him. Don't say that, okay, if you want to teach, okay, go ahead. Or if someone suggests you a wrong idea, you have to say kufr. Here is kafir. It means the person. What makes a person kafir? His blood? Does it? No. What makes it?
His belief.
His ideas, his belief. That not believing in the Creator in general, or believing in false things, false about nature, accident, I don't know, whatever that happened to be, or the matter itself is eternal. This kind of interpretations. So don't obey them. Whom the Quran is addressing here? The one who holds the truth, right? Now, don't obey him and get the truth, your truth, and make jihad to this idea, this person's idea, with your truth. Now I here, striving jihad them reciprocally. How do they attack you? For example, they deny there is no angel. Angel is just, it is a story. Now, you have to come up with what? Your evidence that there must be angel. If somebody says there is no hereafter, you have to come back with, oh yeah, your evidence that there must be an hereafter. But you have to have by means of it. But if you don't know, you cannot defend. You cannot make jihad against it. So we will go. We will talk about it. So, but great jihad means with a sure way you have to defend yourself. But if you believe in the hereafter, if I believe in the hereafter with no really sure evidence, can I make my defense, can I defend my idea with a jihad and kabira, big jihad? Can I make it? No, because I don't know. I'm not sure. I just say, in our religion, I believe in the hereafter. What? They will say, there is no hereafter. I don't know, but in our religion, we believe in the hereafter. Why? In our religion, in Islam, if you don't believe in the hereafter, you won't be a Muslim. But I am a Muslim. Look at the reasoning. You cannot make the great strive, jihad against it. These kind of verses are really inferring that prepare yourself with your evidence, which makes sense. If someone attacks your idea, get ready. Prepare yourself so that you cannot really say that in Islam we believe in other revelation or the prophets. Why? We believe in prophets. There is no reason. I didn't convince myself. If I haven't convinced myself, I cannot apply this verse. So reciprocal, I said, reciprocal jihad means whatever the way they attack, you have to respond back in the same way. But the previous verse we studied was a personal matter. Now this is something to do belief and denial, disbelief. So the context changed now. Mostly this belief and disbelief takes place at the level of ideology, understanding, at the belief level, platform. The other one is somehow personal matters, the verse we studied before. But qital words, which is killing, kill them, now are related to attacking the community as the opposing community, because they want to kill your body. You have to defend your body, because if they are going to kill you, if they are trying to kill you, you have to defend yourself. How? There is no other way. You have to kill their body. But by killing the person, can you kill his ideology, his belief? Obvious, isn't it? So this verse is something to do with kufr and denial and belief. The previous verse is something to do with personal matters. Qital verses are related to public attack on another society, another group of people. The verses must be read differently according to their context. So we shouldn't say, for example, Islam is a religion of jihad. Yes, but in what matter? In which area? Now we have to be smart, inshallah. So this, I think we dealt with the by means of what? The second, article second. By means of what? What do you think? I mean, by means of what? Now, what are the means the believers have in their possession to defend their belief? Now, the third one answers this. Let me take this one up. First, bihi, the ulama, all our scholars, Muslim scholars, came up with these alternatives. So, Mostly classical scholars say, which is correct, the Qur'an. Come up your answer with the Qur'an. Bihi, with it. So some of them say Qur'an and the prophetic examples, Sunnah. The way how the prophet responded. The way how the prophet responded. I remember a Bedouin came to the prophet. It is in, I think, in Bukhari narration. And he was distributing the ghanima, this booty, after the war. And he was giving to some people more than the others, because ghanima, booty, is in Islam, not at the early stages, but later stages, Quran put the rule that the disposal of the ghanima, distribution of the ghanima belongs to Allah and His prophets. It means prophet acts in the name of Allah. It means with the authority of Allah. So he was giving to some people just to gain their trust in Islam, saying that, look, we are fighting physical fight, not to get ghanima, to show them we are just defending ourselves to survive, not for the sake of, because it was sake of getting some material benefit, because it was the tradition in Arab tribes. If they feel that if I attack this tribe, and I can get lost of their properties and benefit, so they declare war for ghanima purpose. Quran, the Prophet ﷺ wanted to show, demonstrate that it is not that we are going to get ghanima and we will become rich, but look, I am going to give you more. Those people who are new in Islam. And Bedouin came and took the Prophet's cloth so hard and said, "O Rasulullah," or Muhammad, the Bedouin usually doesn't, leave the Muslim, be just. And he pulled the Prophet step back and applied the first ayah today we studied. Okay, give this man whatever he wants. But he was so harsh. The Prophet had to draw back. That shows that Prophet's example is the best example. He didn't say, "Who are you?" I am the commander-in-chief of this army. He was. So, no, he just said, "Give this man what he wants." Bedouin. Okay. Because ghanima is not for me, just for you. We don't fight for any gain, worldly material gain. That was an excellent example. So, prophetic example also, we will apply it, we will use in order to respond back to attacks of it means ideological or otherwise attacks of the disbelievers. Now we now understand that, come up with the evidence from the creation of the universe, the way the universe is created, as far as the ideology, as well as understanding. Belief matters. For example, if someone denies the existence of God, bring evidence from the creation of the universe as well, because Quran refers to the universe as well. So if someone denies, for example, that God sent this message, God speaks, so we have to bring evidence from the universe that universe is speaking. The one who creates the universe, if you say, if someone does a beautiful work, physical work. You say, oh, it is telling me about your quality of art. Speaking to you, introducing the artist through the art. Do you understand? It's very important. We understand that the universe is speaking to me, is created in such a way that it speaks to me. Do you communicate with the universe? Seeing a beautiful creation, said, oh, how beautiful are you? You are? What does it mean? Communicating with it. It means the way it is created is speaking to you. So the one who creates the universe with the quality as if silently speaks to you with its own presence. Why should not this one who creates human beings with the ability to speak, with the ability to understand the speech, shouldn't speak to me? As he created me with the ability to speak, I am also able to understand the speech. What does it mean? Your creator is going to speak to you verbally. Do you get it? I'm very short. I mean, briefly. Why I believe personally, the one who creates such a wonderful way speaks to me and creates me with the ability to speak and understand. If someone speaks to me, he must speak. Why do you think he created me with the ability to understand the speech? But we reduce our qualities. No, I am created with the ability to speak, even if I believe in God, with the ability to speak so that we will communicate with each other. It cannot be the purpose of existence of human being just to communicate with each other and die. Cannot be. No, we have to look at the matter from Creator's perspective and see that He created me with the ability to speak. He created the universe with the ability to speak. So, what does it mean? And I am also able to understand. So, I have to understand that my Creator must speak to me. It is not only to communicate between us as the human beings. So, universe is human intellect. So, we have to respond back, make jihad with intellectual capacity. So, if a person denies the reality, whatever it is, if I speak to him in a way that it doesn't make sense, intellectually incomprehensible, do you think it is the greatest jihad? No, it must be intellectually confirmable. So this is also another option. Reasoning goes along with it. Human senses. Always we have to invite people. I mean, it is very important. If you want to teach or convey the message to somebody, make sure that you are addressing his feelings. You have to learn through your feelings so that you will recognize, I am satisfied with this understanding. My human feelings approves it. For example, if someone is not really satisfied with the reality of the hereafter, now, God is a simple, believing in God is very simple, very easy. Simple means easy. It's not difficult. But believing in the hereafter is somehow hard. But of course, human beings needs intellectual satisfaction. Yes, evidence. But at the same time, never neglect the reality of human senses. How? Ask yourself, would you like to be, okay, who's ready to speak? Okay. Would you like to be perfectly, to have a perfect, happy life?
Yeah, it'd be nice.
Yeah. For one day?
For one day?
Yeah. Only?
Probably not then.
Maybe.
Because then every other day after that would be comparison to that one day.
Oh, you will feel miserable, won't
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
For how long do you want to be happy?
Well, infinitely would be ideal.
No end, eh?
Yeah.
Now, is there any infinity in this world?
In this world, no.
No. What does it mean then? Look, your human senses wants eternal life. Look, speaking human senses. Did I use reasoning? No. But I have to bring evidence from reasoning, by reasoning, right? Okay, we have to stop. There will be another event here, inshallah, soon. So the human senses, material power, if needed, according to the way they attack you, they attack your ideas, right? So we have to be reasonable and use always in the reciprocal way. The way they argue with you, the way they deny, they reject, you have to respond back in the positive way, inshallah. I think we should stop because we are advised to stop at 6, but we are allowed today for 10 past 6. They have to prepare the room for the next event. So do you have any last question or last concern about this verse? So we have to be careful when we use jihad, the word jihad, and also we have to respond back with it. The Quran makes it weak so that, last principle of the Quran, when Quran doesn't explain something, it is purposeful. When Quran doesn't mention it at all, it is even more meaningful. It means you have to use the general principles to understand the matter. Here be him, be he. With it, according to the condition. So rather than listing, giving a list of this one, 3, 4, 5 of them, limits. But by not giving a certain limit, make it ambiguous, the meaning expands. According to everybody's condition, according to the condition of this dispute or disagreement. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم وآخر دعوانا إن الحمد لله رب العالمين بحرمة سر سورة الفاتحة. Thank you very much, and inshallah next Tuesday we have to again go another verse, interesting verses in the Quran, inshallah. So I have to stop live streaming.